every time I do one of these vlogging Adam videos, I always forget what number I'm up to. Hello, I'm Adam Paul Morgan. Thank you so much for clicking onto what is a vlogging Adam video where I talk about the this, what, the who, how's, and the general what's been going on. Wow, not much really, except for the Buzzard Attack. Yes, the Buzzard Attack. Let me tell you this story about the buzzard outside the window. One day, me and the wife were sat down watching some that we've probably got on DVD anyway, that was being broadcasted on television. Then in the corner of my eye, I saw this beautiful looking bird of prey sweeping down, and I looked up again and saw that it was two of them. And where we live, there is some trees there, and that's where all the pigeons and the magpie, and these buzzards were going for these pigeons and magpies. They were going in for the attack because they were probably hungry. Oh, it was manic. It was like watching the Battle of Britain or great epic flying thing, not Independence Day, that was rubbish. Epic sky battle in there with birds of prey. And then I thought, quick, get the camera. And this was all I got. Look it off now. Great epic bird of prey fighting battles. You really do need to know where you go and have the camera at the ready. You really do. But what else has been happening this week? There's a friend of mine who is having a sort of health and safety issue at where he works, and he told me this story, and I said, oh, should I include this in the, this is a good while ago by the way, and I said, should I include it in one of my vlogging Adam videos? And he says, well, nobody watches them, do they? And I said, no, not really, to be honest with you. And he said, oh, go on then. Right, so basically he's having a bit of trouble at where he works. He got this job and there's no wet floor signs, this friend of mine was telling me. And there's no wet floor signs. And you think, oh, why isn't there a wet floor sign? So he asked the manager, his boss, and apparently, according to my friend, he says, wow, there's no need for a wet floor sign. I think, really? I think a child comes in and spills their drink over the floor and things like that. You know, wouldn't you need a wet floor sign? And he's like, no. Because the floor's non-slip. Really? And I thought, is that what an actual manager has said? He works in a shop, by the way, just to clarify. But is that the sort of thing now, sort of, now, if he's got me doing this as well, which I'm about to show you. He's got this thing now where we're sort of going around, particularly video game shops mainly. We're going and we're like, here's a wet floor sign. Oh, what are you doing? There's a wet floor sign there. All right, okay. Takes photos. He's got me doing it now. If you're still with us, fair play. Spoiling it for yourself. There was a programme on the other day, The More Side, which is based on a true story, and I don't really want to sort of glamatise up what actually happened in this true story, because it was awful side of affairs which unfortunately happened, and I don't really want to glamatise that, but it was that programme that made me start thinking about some of the things that I do when I see and hear based on a true story. And that is, I Google the programme that goes on and I read up about it before I've actually watched the programme. Now, this national news article and tragic story, and it was awful what happened. It was truly awful and should never happened, unfortunately. But I started reading up online about what actually happened while I'm watching the programme, which is based on a true story. Now, I've done this again for another programme called Our Zoo. There was the More Side that was on the other night, brilliantly acted by the way, and there was Our Story as well. I've done the same for that as well, which is a bit more brighter and a bit more happy to watch, about a zoo and things like that, and I was reading up on that. So whenever a true story comes up, and I say based on a true story, I will spoil it myself and try and read up about what happens. So I've ruined the programme for myself. So I'm not even, should stop doing it. I don't know what it's called, spoiling it for yourself or digging the information out for these programmes and television and films and things like that say, oh, based on a true story. Like the shark one. There's always a shark one when you think, no. The biggest one is probably based on a true story. It's probably the Titanic. Now, if you've never seen Titanic, you will probably 95% know what's going to happen at the end of the film. And if you don't know, well, look it up. Anyway, that's just me. If you've watched this far into the video, as I say before, fair play to you and thank you very much for doing so. I'm Adam Paul Morgan and ta-ra a bit. Have a good one. Leave a comment below. And as always, if you didn't like the video, please hit the like button. And if you dislike this video, by all means, hit the like button. I don't really mind. Anyway, have a good one. Ta-ra a bit.